Welcome back to Suladan Plays CAYNE. Last time I think we went to the crew facilities. We came from there, went there, we went there, we went there. Yeah, okay, so yeah. PDT printer room. It's a really nice touch that the lights keep going in and out. But we found a PDT! And some insanity. Oh, no, we have been here. But because I have a blank PDT now, let's go see if Ralph... I think his name was Ralph. If his name wasn't Ralph, then whoops. But he will help us print a PDT.
Brains.
You're not helping. I mean, you're helping, but that's not helping.
Let's print a PDT together.
Come on, Ralph.
Hi, friend. I'm Ralph. Let's print a PDT together.
See, what I'm imagining they're doing is they're literally just offing people, hooking their brains up to a machine, and then using that to generate a semblance of an AI, I guess. I mean, it wouldn't be an AI at that point, but it's creepy and weird, and we have a PDT now, so poke, 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 click. I have blank PDT. Ken has use on printer.
Blank PDT accepted.
That fits nicely.
Yes, but you're the one that's going inside. I don't have a template. Well, that's an oops. Let's try the voice recording.
No. No.
Photo?
Ain't nobody got time for this.
What do you want me to do about it? Oh dear, I'm lost already. That is not a good start.
Ellie, what did your mother say?
Don't get lost in
Boy,
spaceships.
little guy. I'm not that stupid.
She would say, don't get lost in strange spaceships. That's exactly what she would say. But she'd say it in a grandma voice. Well, time for blind exploration. What could possibly go wrong? I guess we can go back here. We've not... It's the grub room, isn't it? I need to fix that also. Those sound effects I don't want to hear. Hydraulic mechanism, burning machinery. Oh, stop popping. Ooh, a lever! Lever, 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 lever. Oh, broken lever. But I have a lever. Oh, well, that's not horrifying at all. That's not... That's... I'm guessing an organic cloning chamber. Oh dear. Broken lever. Lever to broken lever. That's concerning on many levels. Work faster. I don't want to have to look at this thing any longer than I have to. Pull the lever.
Holy Toledo. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh!
I'll be darned. Like cracking open a lobster. I think I'm gonna hurl.
Never did like seafood.
Ugh. I think I'll be giving it a skip going forward.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to unsee that for a while.
Whoa!
I'm just gonna pretend we didn't just get pulled into that. That may have been a game over. Or not. Can we or not? Can we just not? Can we know? Hello? I think we're all alone here. Help! Help! She lives! Oh, great. Now I'm wanting to hurl. Yeah.
That was nasty.
There is so many grander words that could be used for that. Okay. Ooh, a stasis pod. Healing stone idol. Grasping hands. Okay, this seems to be a worship center, so I'm guessing this is CAYNE's stasis pod.
Speak of the devil.
What do you see?
CAYNE. I think this is Henry CAYNE.
Hendry is dead.
Why are you kneeling?
Well, hallelujah then. He's here.
Alive?
In stasis. Yes. I know you're in there. Trust me. I know. You don't have to remind me. I can feel you, all right?
You know, I guess one thing that would be nice about, would have been nice. I'm working on the assumption that only the people in this twisted space station know who CAYNE is, aside from there being a CAYNE corporation. So it is weird to me that she would kneel unless the whole religious worship of him is a normal thing on Earth, which has not been established. But I'm gonna go poke the controls and try to forget about this unholy abomination of an altar. I got a cryo unit. Wait, didn't I need that?
Oh, relax. It'll take months for you to thaw out.
I mean, he looks thawed out to me. I keep seeing bubbles and they go bloop. I'm gonna run away though before all that sirens and stuff alerts nearby security and or abominations to my presence.
Warning. The CAYNE stasis facility has been compromised.
Go, 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 go! Why do you walk everywhere? Achievement unlocked, CAYNE. Oh, hang on. So I'm just not far off from where I was, okay. That doesn't architecturally make sense, but I'm gonna pretend it does. Because I don't care, I just want out of here. I mean, the critter's on that side of the fence at least. But we know at some point something I do is gonna stop that. And then it's going to be alien isolation, apparently. I really need to play that game someday. Still haven't. It's on my list. Looks fascinating. We're just gonna go to the PDT printer room because I have like the broken PDT and a glossy photo. I have the broken PDT and a will you move and a cryo unit. She's just sitting there while I click.
Brains.
You're not helping. Okay, Ralph, you can whoosh now.
Template PDT accepted.
And it's bloody.
Glad I don't have to touch that again.
I'm not surprised it's bloody, but, or I shouldn't be surprised. And a cryo unit, because for some reason that's necessary.
Cryo regulator accepted.
Defrosted.
Ralph isn't frozen no more, and Ralph has a face, and I'm finding that horrifying. Ralph, why?
PDT has been printed.
Stop making faces at me.
An incorrect cryo regulator has been used. An overload is imminent. Goodbye.
Well, you're an idiot. You stood there after he warned you about an overload. And that confirms my theory that Ralph was a living person. If you saw the please kill me messages popping up on the computer. Green fire. Green fire.
Okay. The security system is reset. The elevator should be open and I have a PDT.
Excellent! Yes! I can hear the alert. You must be close.
I'm sorry, but when she screams like that, she sounds a lot like an anime character that I recognize, and it's really hard to separate them in my head. Or maybe the same voice actors, I don't know. Wait a second. Yo, yeah, that's not. That's been torn apart. That's not what we would call good.
No, I can't.
What's wrong?
The barrier is torn to pieces.
Be vigilant, Hadley. I'm counting on you.
You can do this. Be brave. You can do this. You're doing it.
I mean, there's plenty of things you could make makeshift weapons out of in this place. Your lever would have made a nice spear. I mean, if you're going down, you may as well go down swinging. Wait. That door's open now. You know, my curiosity won't let me just walk by that. I've got to see what's behind the door. Go in the door. We haven't been in here. We didn't have the passcode for this room. Oh, it's on fire too.
Hadley, my dearest little girl, my sweet creature. You're alive.
Do you know me?
Know you? Oh, my girl. I know you better than you know yourself right now.
Oh, God.
Atoms will suffice.
Hadley, you need to go.
No.
And how is the masterpiece inside of you? Healthy, I hope. Growing quickly now, I'm sure. It's nearly time.
What do you mean?
Our baby, Hadley.
Don't talk about my baby. Why did you take me?
You were the right person in the right place at the right time.
Can you help me get out of here?
Trust him.
Out of here? Don't worry about getting out. Security will be here soon. They'll set this all right. Just come. Wait here. This is the safest room in the facility. Here. Closer to me.
I don't think so.
Can I have my mouse cursor back? Thank you. Ooh. Flooring panels that I can poke. Fire spray. Ooh, that'll be
What is that
useful
thing out there?
Samantha, a grotesque violation of genetics. But she is locked away. Joseph managed to lure her behind the loading fence. Quite the action hero, our Joseph.
Yeah, the fence we
He
took
did
down.
Die rather spectacularly.
The fence has been ripped open, and your experiment is going to tear us all to pieces.
No. All three of us will be safe very soon. Then we can carry on where we left off.
I said don't talk about my baby!
Next is the PDA. And the fire. Oh, we leave the fire alone.
I'm afraid that most of that information may be a little
Oh dear.
I'm tempted to stick around just to see this place burn.
Okay, I ain't even gonna try to emulate his voice. Just saying. Oh dear. And all that bloop bloop and in the background isn't helping my focus. The day of love. Not that it means much to a innocent bachelor like me, but oh, an old man can dream, can he not? Old men have nothing but dreams to keep them awake in the sleepy, languorous twilight of their years, one might suppose, and a dream of love is a salve on this chap's unrealized passion. His grief, his regret. My work in the facility is a different matter entirely, however. CAYNE has already been delivered to us in stasis, and I still haven't succeeded with even a single subject. A most exasperating problem indeed, not least as this would be the start. I'm tripping over my words a little. Not least as this would be only the start of my own ambitions, my own renaissance. Dr. Milan's research has demonstrated that a consciousness is nothing more than a program, a set of equations and instructions and conditional arguments. It can be replicated and can be transplanted, much like the body's immune response. I forgot what the little dash meant grammatically. But much like the body's immune response may reject a transplanted limb, so the body's most basic neural encoding, its inherent sense of self, or what Freud called the id. Are we really trusting Freud? I mean, given that the psychological establishment considers him a quack, a well-intentioned quack, but a quack nonetheless, that transposed far too much of his own idiosyncrasies onto the world at large. But alas, don't we all? The question is how to suppress that encoding. How to suppress, perhaps, the human soul itself. The problem is the consciousness is entangled with the soul in ways that kind of make the two inseparable. And instead of looking for an answer, instead of solving the predicament of human mortality, I'm dreaming of Joseph Bueno. Okay, we've established that he has a thing for vor, apparently. Which day is this again? 14th. Okay. But, you know, the software comparison is fairly accurate. Anyway, sorry, I was a few trains of thought went off in the directions of existential contemplation. They are back on track now and flying towards me at high speed. That is not good. Anyway, now here's an intriguing coincidence. I've discovered that a recent but otherwise bureaucratically insignificant employee in the facility is related to CAYNE. The genealogy is tenuous, but definitely established. Definitively established. Could a genetic component be the solution to our problem? Acquisition could be precarious, but a man finds luck where opportunity and preparation meet. And this man could use a bit of luck. I have an opportunity, so now to prepare. I assume it means that she's related and the baby growing in her womb is meant to be a clone of CAYNE. There's also the possibility that our friend who is talking to us could be that, you know, there's many possibilities, many theories bouncing around in my head on just who he is, or our talkie friend. But we'll get to that. There's been some hints along the way. Hank is mostly my fault. I'm afraid of the calendar, I told him this morning. Why, he asked. Because its days are numbered, I replied. And then I had to explain the joke because Hank is not exactly the most socially sophisticated boy. He's not exactly the most ordinary boy, either. I should have disposed of him with his host, I know, but I'm a maudlin, and besides, I always wanted a child. Always wanted to be a dad. I named him after my own late father, a man I confess I despised for reasons too numerous and humiliating to disclose here, but the colleagues in the lab call him the hobo. I should probably be insulted on his behalf, but I'm not sure I blame them. He might be a kind of ersatz son, but he's undeniably peculiar. Much like me. Since adolescence, I've been fascinated, no, consumed by the process of incorporation, of two people merging, absorbing, and coalescing with one another, and becoming... Okay, that explains why he's got the vor fetish. Anyway, it's obviously been a tremendous motivation for my ongoing research at the facility, but it's also profoundly personal. If I could transplant an adult's consciousness within an infant subject, it must be possible with some recalibration, no doubt, but fundamentally not a dissimilar process in theory to transplant an adult's consciousness to another adult. It would certainly preclude the vulgar taboo, grisly mess, and dubiously esoteric prospects of old-fashioned cannibalism, anyway. And Joseph is the sort of man I'd always wished I could be. Elegant, charismatic, generously endowed. I mean, I assume he's... Oh, for heaven's sakes, are you talking about... don't make me say stuff like that, man! Kieran's project is absurd. The regrowth of organs is only a temporary solution to the permanent problem of inevitable infirmity, and a most impractical one. Sooner or later, the body itself must be replaced. Whatever his pious pretensions and shrieks of heresy, he can worship CAYNE all he wants, but science is, as they say, a non-profit. I've never seen that one. That's funny. I applaud your humor on that one, sir. A non-profit organization. CAYNE is a client, even if he does technically pay our salaries. I mean, that's how a client works. A client is paying you. A client and employer can be one and the same. I'm still amused by that non-profit joke. Excuse me. I mean, if we're talking about science, as science would require reproducibility within a lab and experimentality and falsifiability, which is weird. It's a weird word, but for a theory to be a theory, it has to be falsifiable, which means there has to be failure conditions, because if a theory can be modified to absorb any new information, then the theory itself comes into question because of its inability to be proven wrong. It gets into some really interesting logical fallacies and such otherwise. Our work here is not some occult apostolic devotion, it's legitimate. Maybe not entirely ethical, I'll concede. Medical research for the future prosperity of humanity. Or the future prosperity of our facility, in Ralph's case. Ralph. Also, that was some of the same logic that the Nazis tried to use for their quote-unquote medical research, so I'd be very careful about that. We're all about maximizing efficiency over here, and we didn't need a health and fitness officer when everybody who works in this lab is already a medical professional. In the meantime, progress on my own special order is exceeding expectations. Joseph has proven rather more resourceful than I'd first imagined, although I'll claim the credit for his extraordinary I've started contriving arrangements for the host's transfer to my lab within the next 2 months or so, with final delivery scheduled just in time for the ho-ho holidays. Oh, Dr. Adams, for me, you shouldn't have. But you are, Doctor. You know, I'm not questioning this anymore. We've had a series of accidents in the lab. Actually, I suspect sabotage of some sort. Found some discrepancies in the security access logs, but the joke's on whoever is responsible. Because the early termination of our last 2 host batches has provided a convenient subterfuge for the requisition of my own special order. Now I can watch it on ultrasound monitor 24 hours a day, all other priorities rescinded. Reports of an emergency situation elsewhere in the facility, although the details are infuriatingly, if unexpectedly, ambiguous. As per official company protocol, I've started the arduous process of backing up my lab work. But if a full evacuation is called, I could lose the most crucial progress I've made on the project. Progress which is fact. Come almost to full term. Haha, pregnancy joke. You know what?
Hadley, you can't leave me.
I assume we're supposed to leave. You know what? Let's try going to the elevator. Well, I mean, I think that's the way forward, honestly, but... I'm concerned by the zappity-zapping.
Oh, come on!
And this is how I die. No, it is indeed how I die. Okay, so that's how death. We've been through there, there's nothing else in there, nothing in there, nothing in there. I guess crew facilities is the only path forward left of this little hub right here. Because I assume going back up there will just lead to that same cutscene over and over and over and over and over again.
From my own personal collection.
That voice.
Relax and let the brosive take you to a better place.
Wait, can I... Did it react to me? Oh, that's really neat. Can I use the voice recordy doodad?
Voice file captured.
Can I get a JOSEPH?
That's weird, but okay. Wait, the flamey ramp! I have a fire grenade. I mean, it's not a fire grenade, it's an anti-fire grenade. Boom.
Excellent! And I totally knew it was going to do that.
I might recommend that, you know, you pull the pin and throw it like a rational person, but... Can we... Can I get up here now?
Nothing. I think that's what scares me.
I mean, nothing is
The
in...
idea that when we die, there's just nothing.
It's not nothing. Sounds like you have a life most are envious of. You have kids, right? A real family. Like people know you exist. Real life. Some of us never got off the starting line.
You will have a family soon.
When I die, I want to leave something behind. You have that. I have student debt and a goldfish.
Your legacy is the child inside of you.
This baby deserves more than what I could ever give. It deserves to be part of something. Something bigger than me. A family. A home. A future.
Clickety click. Anything else? Ooh. You know what? I'm intrigued by this glowy bit. I think there's a room hidden there. Also, the pointer is flickering at me. Or it's just another weird, you know, well, I'm not surprised at this point. I wanted to find a secret, a pretty little garden behind the glowy light. But rather than read that PD, well, I guess preternatural. That's not a word I see very often. Anyway, I was gonna read the PDA, but as I realized that we don't really have any reason to know what it is, it probably connects to the next thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.